And let me tell you, for a restaurant that everybody pretends not to eat at, that place is fucking busy all the time. Some of y'all are lying. Yeah, you got to get 2 in a row. Isn't everywhere in Vancouver busy? Well, everywhere in the neighborhoods that people live in, yeah. The neighborhoods that like people used to live in, but then like don't anymore, those places are not busy. Anyone here fucking with West Point Gray? Every time I'm there, that shit pisses me off. Nobody in the fucking businesses. Why is the street parking packed? It doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't make any fucking sense. There's nobody in, there's 2 people in Burgoo. Why is the street parking packed on both sides of the fucking street? Every other business, there's nobody inside of it. It doesn't make any sense. I live in Michigan. You wouldn't get it. Ooh, it bounced off the fucker and landed in the Theragun? I know, I got one more shot, man. Oh, I believed, too. I believed. No, the fucker. It looks pretty good, man. Oh God, now I have hope. Yeah, that's how it starts. You get hope, you're like, he's probably got this in like 30 minutes, but you don't realize you're fucking like hours away. Days away. Because, like, really, when things in this game, at least, I can't speak for life. In this game, things are their easiest when they seem the most impossible. If you're like, oh, all I got to do is throw the card into the fucking shit, sure, that might take 100 hours. But, like, I'm in it for the long haul. It's when they appear easy and you haven't done it yet that it starts messing with you psychologically. Where you're like, I should have done it by now. I can't believe I'm still here. That's where you have to take a step back and recontextualize your relationship with the trick shot. We haven't earned anything yet, man. What are we entitled to? Nothing. We're entitled to the same thing as everybody else. We're entitled to keep throwing cards until they end up in the clothespin. Me when I'm piss shy at the urinal. You know what's nice, though? Is when you end up in the Mexican standoff at the urinal with another shy bladder, but then you win the standoff and get your stream going before they do, so you know that they're going to have to stand there for like another 90 seconds getting piss smogged. That's like that's ranked pissing, man. It's bronze, but but still, it feels good. Yes, sir. Because you know, if you and another dude, and this has happened to me dozens of times, if you and another dude are standing next to each other at the urinals, and neither of you has started pissing in 30 seconds, it's not like it's going to be one dude starts, and then the other dude starts a millisecond after. Like, whichever dude starts, the other dude is not getting his stream going until after the first dude's stream ends. Because you're like, oh, fuck. The other dude with the shy bladder knows that I have an even shyer bladder. Like, that's the worst, man. It is humiliating. I've been on both sides of the equation, man. Why are you paying attention to the other guy pissing? Because I need his stream to start to cover up the sound of my stream not starting, man. Is this your first day? You really don't get it, huh? Pray for someone to flush the toilet or run the sink. Yes, someone flushes the toilet and you try to rush the start of the stream out in like the 3 seconds before it goes silent again. Oh, man. Anyway. You get the idea. That's why we need to replace... We need men's public bathrooms to have dignity again, man. Well, actually, they probably have never had it. We need them to have dignity for once. It's one of my favorite topics, so I apologize. But the fact that, like, they all have urinals, but only like 50% of the ones with urinals have the barrier up between the urinals. Like, there's... If you've never been in a men's public bathroom, in half of them... You're rubbing shoulders with the dude next to you while you piss. Like, it's very familiar. Just putting in, like, a little quarter wall barrier, at least you can, like, it's like when you're on an airplane, when you're afraid of flying, and you're like, I'm not on an airplane. I'm just on a train. I'm literally on a train right now. So, like, if there's turbulence, whatever, bro, it's probably just the land goes like this. Big whoop. That's what happens when you have the blinders up. Exactly. But I feel like they should just give us all stalls, man. Like, the women's bathroom is all stalls. I would like to have all stalls. I'm just asking to be treated fairly. Urinals are more convenient? Not for me. Also, like, I don't know why... Why, whenever we talk about bathroom design, does everybody jump to the defense of the dude who made the bathroom instead of who we should really care about, the pissers? The pisser's fucking desire is always washed away in favor of the fucking, well, it would cost them $16 extra per stall to put up a fucking plexiglass, or not plexiglass, hopefully, but, you know, like a fucking... I can't think of an artificial material that they would make like a stall wall out of, but you get the idea. You really expect Rogers Arena to be able to pay $50 per stall to install a door? Come on, man. We're pissing here. They should survey the pissers. I like not waiting to use the bathroom. Okay, well then, if you're at a Canucks game, enjoy using the fucking women's bathroom. Because you're going to, no matter how many urinals they got in that bitch, you're still going to be waiting. You ever think about how crazy it is that on an airplane, like a Boeing 737, rows like 5 through 38 have 150 people and they got 2 fucking stalls? Like, I'm not saying that it should have the same number of, like, the passenger to bathroom ratio of, like, a person's house, but that's, like, 75 to 1 is crazy, man. Just hold it for a few hours? No, I'm literally going to elbow you and say, hey, I got to go piss. Can you get up? Because I'm sorry. This isn't like the war. Like, I'm not holding that shit any longer than I have to. Listen, if the captain made an announcement that's like, we're beginning our final descent, we'll be on the ground in like 20 minutes. I'll hold it till we get in the airport. That's fine. But like, if I have to piss an hour into a 4-hour flight, it's not like it's going to get better. I'm just going to hold it. Or the opposite. I'm just going to piss, I mean to say. Then double to get off the plane. Yeah, but like, I don't know. The older I get, the more I realize, like, it bounced off the fucking thing again. The older I get, the more I realize I'm not in traffic. I'm not in traffic. I am traffic, man. So I'm like, the way that I'm like, why are these fuckers taking so long to get off the plane? That's how the motherfuckers like 5 rows back feel about me. They're like, oh, come on, get off the plane. Okay. What if I'm last? When we traveled with our daughter when she was much younger, we would bring the car seat onto the airplane. So we would sometimes just, if we were already at the back of the plane anyway, where they put all the other families with young kids, we would just wait until everybody else was off the plane, and then we would get off. It's just like, it's an extra, 5 minutes at most to just get off the plane comfortably instead of like feel like you're in a rush. Doesn't really bother me. Sorry, this one really riles up the over 6 foot crowd, so I'm not even sure I should bring it up, but it is annoying when the plane lands and then the motherfuckers stand up right away and go into the aisle and grab their shit out of the bin. It's just a little irritating. It's not the end of the world, but it's just a little irritating. I get it. You want like the blood to go back into your body, and so your knees are tired of bending and stuff like that, but to me, it's like a you think you're better than me type thing. Because like you're supposed to... Maybe I'm the only one. But I never skip the line, okay? If I'm row 25, I'm not moving until rows 24 and up have all exited the plane or indicated non-verbally their intention to stay on the plane until everybody gets off. So then I make an executive decision. I look at the row next to me, and then I look at my row, which is usually me, my wife, and my kid, and I say, who's getting off first? If the row next to me is like 3 young adults, I say, you guys go ahead. Because you are going to get off faster, and it's going to take us a long-ass time to get off the plane. Because I like yelling at my 4-year-old, like, come on, we got to go. And then she's like, Daddy, my legs are tired. And I'm like, you were sitting down for 7 hours. What do you mean your legs are tired? You can sit in the jetway. Just get out of the lane first. But anyway. But if they got like, if it's a dad and 2 kids, I'm like, we're going first because your ass is going to be here for a long time. So whenever I see someone that just gets up and grabs their shit early, I'm like, you didn't do the fucking assessment, man. You didn't do the assessment to see if your row mates should get out first. And I take a very mild amount of personal offense to that. I'm sick of your shit, Grandpa. I believe that. What if they did the assessment prior to landing? No shot. They were watching Deadpool versus Wolverine in that fucking Blake Lively movie. I watched them the whole fucking flight. Ain't a thought in that damn head. Unlike me, who is not watching anything but just listening to Blonde on Blonde and tapping his foot to the beat. They wouldn't get it, man. They wouldn't get it. And watching other people watch movies? Well, you literally, if you're not watching a movie yourself, you can't do anything but watch other people watch movies because your eyes have got to go somewhere. Any second now, man. That's cheating the raw dog? I'm not trying to get an ego about raw dog in the flight. I just like, I can't watch a movie because, well, like, here's how the flights go, okay? Within 30 minutes of takeoff, my wife falls asleep. And then for the rest of the flight, my daughter pokes me in the arm every, like, 2 minutes to tell me to look at what she's playing with on her iPad or coloring or, like, the sticker that she just put in her sticker book or something like that. So it makes it very difficult to watch, like, a dramatic movie that you're trying to get sucked into. Also, I carry my Bluetooth headphones with me, but the Bluetooth headphones don't connect to the airline seatback entertainment. And I'm not paying you $3 to watch It Ends With Us. It's just not going to happen. I can get a different man for $199 right now. Yeah, she's obsessed with stickers, man. Like, I bought stamps yesterday, and she said, "Daddy, can I have one to put in my sticker book?" And I was like, no. It's $1.50. I can get like 200 Spider-Man stickers for $1. I'm not giving you a $1.50 stamp to put in your sticker manual. That's crazy. You ass. It's $1.50 a sticker, man. That's it. It's the most expensive sticker on the planet. You're a billionaire? Act broke, stay rich, buddy. I'm not gonna let her like decorate her stuffed animals with stamps, man. If I took my eyes off her for like 2 minutes, could be $15 worth of stamps on that thing. Stamps on that thing. If I donate $1.50, will you give her a stamp? No, because it's like the potato chip thing. You got to pay me like $1 million because now I got to go back to the post office and buy more stamps. I bought these stamps to fucking send mail. I'll just get her some Spider-Man stickers or something. Plus, she already has like 1 million stickers. I can't get her better stickers. She's got some of the best. She's got some of those vinyl stickers that like people put on their laptop and stuff like that. Too bad. I got one more. So you'd give us $5 randomly if you asked? Yeah. I don't have a problem with that. It's called like direct relief or whatever. It's having genuine interaction and good impact in my community. Also, librarian, did I fall off? I haven't been recognized in forever, man. I got these $5 bills with the kids playing pond hockey on the back, burning a hole in my fucking crossbody bag, man. I think I fell off. I might be washed, man. It's winter, so I still go outside. I'm still around. It has been like pretty bad weather. I mean, you're not gonna find me at like, you know, Kids Beach or something like that, but you know, I'm around. I'll be on Burrard this afternoon. See, I'm not making calls. Like I don't care where you're gonna be. I'm not making an extra. Plus, Burrard is fucking. That's a huge ass street, bro. It goes from like 16th down to the fucking harbor. Like, where are you gonna be? Are you gonna be at the fucking Vancouver Convention Center? Or are you gonna be in Fairview at 16th to Burrard, where the fucking street starts on the south side? That's a long ass trip. Meet me on Kingsway? That road is even longer, man. That shit goes from like 8th to fucking Burnaby, man. That shit goes from like 8th to Boundary. The road is like 20 kilometers long. Lazy. It goes past Boundary? Yeah, but I don't. I'm not paying this much to live in Vancouver just to drive out to Burnaby. Although some of the Korean food, North Road Plaza, fucking hits for sure. No question there. You guys ever eat at Bong? The Bong restaurant in North Road Plaza? It's a Korean Chinese food place. The chompong is good. The jjajangmyeon is good. The tongsuyuk is good. B-O-N-G? No, you Philistine. B-B-O-N-G. Bong. BB-8 Drizzy? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Are you the white guy in Hmart who says "Kamsamnida" to the cashier? Yep. That's me. Oh, fuck, you fucking own me, bro. Holy. That's huge. I did wear a hanbok to Hmart one time, but my wife made me. It was Lunar New Year, just for the record. And then she got a bubble tea while me and my kid were wearing hanbok in the Hmart parking lot. And Korean people kept coming up to us and going like, "Hey, you're wearing a hanbok." And I was like, "That's right." And they're like, "I don't know if you knew this, but that's like a Korean traditional outfit." And I'm like, "Yeah, brother, I'm aware." Yes, that's correct. Like, they weren't mad. They were like, "Whoa, dude, it's a white guy in a hanbok." Like, they were stoked that the culture was being shared. But they were also like trying to educate me on the hanbok, and I was like, "Buddy, I'm the one wearing it right now. You don't have to tell me." About all I got. Why were you wearing it? You know, we're like fusing the cultures together or whatever. I don't know. Kind of fun, but also like I do what I'm told for the most part because I know it's good for me. I will say it's fucking funny that I had to bow to my in-laws. That one, I feel like a lot of men couldn't handle that. You like bring your in-laws some groceries, and then after that, you have to bow to them. That's wild. You like go over to their house and help them translate some fucking forms, and then they're like, "Okay, now bow down." Why? Because that's like the Lunar New Year tradition is that you like you genuflect to your elders, and then they give you an envelope with some money in it. I don't recall receiving any money for it, by the way, but In fact, if anything, I seem to recall them receiving some money for it from me, but I try not to think about that too much. They're good people, though. They're good people. You genuflected for free? Yeah, I did. I did indeed. Does your kid get money? Yeah, she does. I was gonna say not much, but like that was not the point of it. She's 4. There was no need for that to have been said. Do you take it from her? No, listen. She's got probably like 2 years of birthday cash, which adds up to like a total of like $60 in her piggy bank. And I just don't want to harsh her buzz by telling her how like inflation erodes the value of cash, and she should really put it into like a productive asset, or at least a hedge against inflation or something like that. But like she doesn't want to hear it. She just likes to look at the picture, honestly. That's what you're supposed to do. Well, her RESP like stays up or whatever, but she doesn't hold that much Bitcoin, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to open a TFSA for her because of like politics and shit. You can't buy stocks when you're 4, so they don't even give you any contribution room until your 18th birthday comes around. There's times like I buy stocks and then, well, ETFs, and then I'm like, maybe one day she'll use this money. But I think it's just kind of like self-serving, because I think there's also a really good chance that I'll just use it instead. Because like no disrespect to her, but I like need it more than she does right now because she doesn't pay for anything. I don't know what you want me to say. They don't, okay, this is like way worse than just Vancouver posting. The government does not match your RESP contributions, but they do. That was fucking good, man. They do give you up to, they'll match 20% annually up to a maximum of $500 from the government per year, which is actually kind of crazy. Like, it's like buying a stock and then like immediately being plus 20% on your return. To be fair, you also are the taxpayer, but still, like, you know, you take it when you can get it for sure. It's really added up because I put her entire RESP into Carvana in like June 2020. So I needed the help. Worth. Yeah, I'd say I have like a 6 bomba clot portfolio or whatever. What does that mean? How many pussy clot? I can't say that. It's not for me to say. You can't say that? I think you can say it as long as you're playing a character. Yeah, like if you think it's funny, then I can say Bombaclot. And right now, I think it's got a pretty good hit rate, but that may change. No, I wouldn't be exiled from Jamaica. I told you I took that bus tour in Jamaica. They wouldn't let us off the bus until we said, yeah, I'm on. They held us hostage, man. I was like, I'm not going to say that shit. I'm woke. That's not for me to say. They wouldn't let me off the fucking bus until I said it. You had to pass the vibe check just to get to the part where the fucking street vendors harass you into buying like a wood carving of a hand giving the middle finger, man. I wasn't going to miss that. Even my wokeness has its limits. It does. Wait, don't think about it too hard. There were some people on the fucking bus that were stoked to say, yeah, I'm on. You? It wasn't me. Ever tell you my favorite? It's just like, I apologize if you're a huge fan of reggae music. But my favorite joke that I told, if I could be a narcissist, about the Jamaican bus tour was when on the drive back, which was like an hour long, they played 3 Bob Marley music videos on the bus. And I was like, damn, I'm not fucking with Bob Marley at all. Turn this shit off. And then they played like 8 Jamaican music videos not by Bob Marley, and I was like, put Bob Marley the fuck back on, man. What is this shit? Holy fuck. No wonder Bob Marley is so fucking famous, because the rest of the stuff that they're playing is fucking horrible, man. I completely understand the Bob Marley love now. Whatever, you like Bob Dylan? Bob Dylan could make a better reggae album than Inner Circle. I'm telling you that right now. Next Bob Dylan album is going to be a fucking steel drum slapper, man. He's got some on Infidels already. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm still trying to tease apart Romance in Durango. Hot chili peppers in the blistering sun. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bob Dylan, after he starts listening to Andrew Huberman, 1 less cup of coffee for the road. That's damn true. We were getting there, too. I know we talk about Bob Dylan a lot, but I think isn't it funny that, like, people they wanted him fucking dead for playing an electric guitar at a folk festival? Just that whole situation is so fucking funny to me. 60 years later. They were like screaming at his ass. They wanted his fucking head, man. Even though his electric shit is way better. That's what I'm saying, man. Dude literally heard the first 3 notes from Highway 61 Revisited and went, that's it. I'm done with this guy. You fucking sold low, dummy. I mean, there's still some good stuff in that period. Don't get me wrong, but still. They said, you're fucking Judas, man. All he did was plug in his guitar to an amp. Yeah, Bob Dylan would go crazy with the grill. But we've got already like a modern day Bob Dylan, Machine Gun Kelly. I'm just happy we have someone to carry on the torch. Every generation needs its own slender white boy with something to say. Too far? That's you? I'm not that slender. I told you, I'm 2.5 kilos up since January 1st. He should change his name, though, because his name is a little violent. Maybe he could become like Machine Flower Kelly. Machine Fun Kelly. Something. Squirt Gun Kelly. That's definitely true. That's true. Why is this Squirt Gun Kelly's? Because I was just thinking you changed the gun, but you fucking thought outside the box for that one. Damn. Fencer Brave, thank you for the gifted subscriptions. Subscriptions so numerous, they lagged my Twitch chat. Anybody else get a lag from the particle effects? It's probably on my end more than anybody else's, but thank you, Fencer Brave. Thank you, much appreciated. The meme is becoming real, man. Please stop spamming sour, please. I'm using an old Chromebook. And every time the animated emotes show up in chat, it makes my legs really hot. And I have a 100-word essay due tomorrow. Thank you again, Fencer Brave. Thank you. Let's reset for a second here. Is Jelly Roll our generation's Johnny Cash? If you mean like our generation's Johnny Cash but better? Yeah. Jelly Roll, for sure, man. 100%, I'd say. Well, it's close. It's between him and Shabuzi. I've never heard either of them sing anything. I know what you're about to say. You're about to say you've heard Tipsy the Bar song. I swear to you that I have not. Is that the one that goes, "You're my little boo thing? I don't give a damn what your dudes say. I'm shooting my shot like 2K." Is that the one? Nope. Yes? No? So it's like kind of we're like divided. Whatever. Oh, that's little boo thing. My bad. Almost every new song I hear just happens to show up on Spotify after I play a song for my daughter, which like 99% of the time is Cruel Summer by Taylor Swift. That's how I'm familiar with I have my hand out the sunroof. I'm lost in my favorite tune. I've only got one thing on my mind. So I hear that occasionally. Outside, that is how I'm familiar with espresso. Yeah. That's that me espresso. Got any Claro in there? I wouldn't know, man. I wouldn't know. That's that P espresso. Yes, man. Jesus, handshake emoji, Sabrina. My two favorite Carpenters. No, well, hang on. Karen Carpenter and John Carpenter also fucking slap. And now that I think about it, Carpenter Ant's pretty cool. Sabrina, handshake emoji. John, my two favorite Carpenters. There, I'm saying it. I'm taking John first in the Carpenter draft. You gotta be fucking crazy to leave Jesus on the board. I'm not. I think I don't know. He's past his peak, man. Isn't he 32? Isn't he 32? He's in his decline, man. Most messiahs have their peak in their late 20s. So honestly, I think like his miracles above replacement is just gonna like it's only gonna go down. That's just Mother Nature, man. You can't run from heaven or whatever. Who you taking number one overall at the draft this year? I mean, you got to go with the guy who won the Heisman, right? Travis Hunter. Well, it depends. Do you draft based on position? Who's got the number 1 pick this year? Titans? Titans? Titans need a QB, right? Or are they not fucking with Will Levis anymore? So are they gonna trade down, or are they gonna take Shedeur Sanders? They need everything. Cam Ward, the goalie for the Hurricanes 2006 Stanley Cup Championship. This white boy kind of knows ball. Yes, sir. I got to study up for my fantasy football draft for the dads group, man. I hope I don't get pick 1, because I think pick 1 is nervous, man. Like you're making a play. Like if you take Saquon Barkley, pick 1, are you at the risk of buying high? Because running backs, like, listen, he did a lot to rehabilitate the image of running backs, but they do have an expiration date, man. Yeah, it feels like drafting mid-first round is the dream. Because, like, you just take whoever the best guy that's left is. You're not taking, like, a huge risk, right? Back 3, so you double up on the Serpentine. Damn, you guys are real fantasy football heads. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I have no idea. Interesting. I got to study that a little bit more. End of the first every time. What's the average number of teams in a fantasy football league? 8? 10? 10 to 12. 8 to 12. Okay. Noted. Noted. So I'm thinking Saquon Barkley's up there. B. John Robinson is up there. Jamar Chase is up there. Is Justin Jefferson washed for fantasy? Because whoa! I thought he was washed because he gets triple covered every game. So Darnold gets to feed like an open receiver for a short route instead. Now he's still a top 5 pick. Maybe we should table this conversation until like August. Because I'm not going to remember any of this shit. He had 1,500 yards last year. I'm imagining that's pretty good based on the fact that you brought it up. How about you shut the fuck up about football? Sorry, man. This is my bad. The 80-year-old in the group chat. What do you guys got in fantasy baseball this year? Okay, that was they gave me another. Whatever, we take those. Hockey season over for you? Sorry, I spoiled the joke. Is hockey season over? It is for me. Although the Canucks are still, I think they have a wild card spot, but we're going to get, if we even hold on to the spot, we're going to get fucking fed by probably the Jets or whoever's first in the Central, which is likely to be the Jets. We'd get fed by the Wild or the Avalanche, though. So it doesn't really matter. He's killed. Peterson is, sorry, not Peterson. Pedersen is killing my pool. He is fucking like, he's pretty ass right now. I'm already on that like Ben Simmons cope, where it's like, oh, he was playing through injury all this year, but with a full off season, He's going to be a menace, man. We're going to do that because I've done it many times with other players too. He's too skinny, but then in like July, they're going to post a video where he's like in the gym going like, hoo, 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 and then like taking the medicine ball and going. And then he's going to be like 8 pounds heavier. And we're going to be like, oh shit, man. The league is not ready for Jacked Petey. Jacked Petey traded his hair for muscles. And then the dude is going to be slow as fuck in the opening game. And he's going to get like 11 points in the whole season. It's going to be a fucking disaster, man. Nah, he can make it. I'm just, Petey, if you're watching, like I'm your number one fan. Well, that's not true, but you're like, I really like you and I hope you do well. And I have a jersey of yours. And Sweden is my favorite non-Canada country to root for in international hockey competitions because the colors on your flag go crazy, man. Also, Vancouver has a great connection to Swedish hockey players. So like, I'm rooting for him. How'd that go in Four Nations? Well, listen. I'm sorry Canada mogs all of you. Jordan Binnington just can't be stopped. But like at least it wasn't the 2002 Olympics where like Tommy Salo like headbutted the puck into his own net and they lost to Team Belarus, man. Like that's... Sorry to bring up like old trauma or whatever. Norway is cooler. They're literally like the only Scandinavian nation that sucks ass at hockey. No disrespect, you guys fucking crush it in the Winter Olympics with like all the bullshit events. The 4,000 cross-country skiing variations that stuffed the medal count for Norway exclusively. Biathlon, decathlon, 2-meter skiing, 100-meter skiing, 1,000-meter skiing, 10,000-meter skiing, 100,000-meter skiing. Fuck you, man. Still better than swimming. At least swimming has the good sense to be over quickly. Also, we got some good swimmers occasionally, which makes no fucking sense to me, but whatever. I guess we're not like Pokemon. You can't just be like, it's cold there. They should only be good at stuff with snow. That doesn't really make sense. Like the best U.S. hockey players are, well, I guess they're from like Michigan, but like the second best U.S. hockey players are all from Arizona, man. Is Canada good at bobsledding? We were when Pierre Lueders was running the fucking show. I don't know about anymore though, to be honest with you. I don't know how the meta's changed in bobsled. Pierre Lueders? Listen, buddy. You're very close. You're very close. They should do like a you know how they do the snowboard cross event where like 4 snowboarders go at the same time? They should do that shit with the bobsled, man. That would go fucking crazy. That would be like Twisted Metal, man. If they had a big bobsled track and they let 4 teams start at the same time. That would be fucking sick. You imagine doing the pit maneuver on Team Jamaica on turn 11 on the bobsled? That'd be sick, man. There would be deaths. If my country needs me to bleed or whatever, I'll bleed. Wasn't there a bobsled death in 2010? That was the skeleton. Okay, this, as of right now, my idea is safer than the sport that actually exists. Or maybe it was the luge, sorry. My mistake, the luge. Double luge is crazy. I always forget that that exists until the Winter Olympics happen. Because every time I watch it, I'm like, I feel like the second dude is not doing that much in the double luge. It's kind of like how I never know what man 2 and 3 are doing on the 4-man bobsled. Like the back guy has to be the strongest pusher, and then the front guy steers, right? Like what did 2 and 3 do? They're pushing at the start, don't get me wrong, but like I guess in the middle you're just kind of like bracing for impact. Not a good job for me. I think I would get motion sickness. Can the bobsledder in the front see where they're going in the bobsled? Not really. Like, is there like a little hole in the front of the bobsled where you can see the track? They can see under them? How's that going to help them? They're going to be like, yeah, that's ice, all right. I think we're still on the track, boys. I see ice. I never thought about the fact that they can't see the track. That's got to be scary, man. I also have another question. I don't know if anybody here has bobsledded, but like, I'm not saying it's not risky, and I'm not saying there's no skill involved. But what I would ask is, how much does the track steer the bobsled for you? Like, if you sent a bobsled with no people in it down the track, would it make it to the bottom successfully? Or would it, like, fly off the track? Because, like, if you put a slinky at the top of the staircase, it's making it to the bottom with nobody steering it. It would crash within seconds. But, like, the banked turns, like, turn the bobsled itself, right? Bro, I'm not a bobsled scientist, bro. There's like 8 professional bobsledders in the whole world. The rest of them are like linemen that they draft for the Winter Olympics. That's why this is a fucking interesting question, man. Anyway. Do F1 drivers need to steer their cars? The track doesn't bend the same way in F1. If you just put a brick on the gas pedal, that thing's going to go 500 kilometers an hour, like over the curb into the wall and explode. And if there was a person inside, they would still live, because the amount of engineering they're doing with these cars is like insane. But like a bobsled, you're basically in a tube, man. Half a tube? Yeah, but it's like more, like you could use it as a straw if you had to. That's the best part of, well, hockey's the best part of the Olympics, but the second best part of the Olympics is like learning more about the lives who do these sports, the lives of the athletes that do these sports that the average person only cares about like once every 4 years, if and only if their country has a chance to get a medal in it. I'm always curious about the life of the fucking professional hammer thrower. Like, what does that look like, man? Because, like, I bet if I could ask them one question, the question that I would ask them is, how often do people ask you how you feel about Miss Trunchbull from Matilda? Because that's, like, the only cultural reference to hammer throwing that I think has ever made it even close to the mainstream. I guess the other thing is like, how do you get into the discus? Like figure skating. I get it. I get how you would get involved in that. Hockey, skiing, snowboarding, curling. Totally understand it. But how do you end up being the guy who's like throwing the heavy frisbee? I guess you're strong, and then like your high school coach is like, you should go out for the discus at Liverpool and Widnes or whatever, Bell and Sebastian type shit. Okay, pretty much. Luge is crazy to me though. Like, how do you get drafted to the luge team, man? Is there another sport that the luge association pulls from? Where they're like, oh, this person's like an awesome, I don't even know, skeleton? Street luge? Dude, do they still do that in the X Games? I forgot about the fucking street luge, man. I haven't thought about that shit in like 20 years. I wouldn't do it on like real roads. How's tennis going, brother? I'm 2-0 on the court this season. It's going well. I've been taking some lessons, some group lessons with my wife to get her up to speed. It's just a nice thing to do together. But I think, honestly, I have to obscure my power level because we're in like 1.5 level classes, but I'm hitting 2.0 level backhands and the coach keeps glazing me, and I think is upping my threat level for everybody else in the class. Like, I'm not trying to mock anybody, but I don't need to be reminded to go into split step and then like turn when the ball crosses the net and have my racket back. Like, I don't need to be reminded to keep my wrist flexed and the strings down. So like they're feeding me the balls and it's just going thwack, 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 and they're getting a little bit of topspin. They're arcing nicely. They're landing close to the baseline. And I think the other people in the class are starting to fucking hate me. But they don't know that I'm actually ass. It's just really easy to hit a ball that like your teacher feeds to you to hit. Like most of the time when you're playing tennis, the other person is not trying to hit a ball like exactly into the perfect position for you to then return it. Like most of the time they're trying to make it difficult to get to. Also, it happens like once a class. It's not fair because like they're even more of a beginner than I am. But like when we're doing like cooperative rallies and I'm partnered with somebody that's a little more new than me, I'm always hitting them with like the beautiful like moon ball with the nice arcing topspin that bounces pretty high, like gives them time to return it. And then they always fucking set their feet, like corkscrew their hips and send it back at me at like 100 kilometers an hour. So then, like after a couple of points like that, because the coach is like, let's just see how high you can get to in rallies. After a couple fucking heaters like that, I start sending them heaters too. And when you're sending heaters, it's not just fucking fast. It's low, it's out of position for where, because they never recover to the middle of the court, right? They got too many things to remember. They always hit the ball and then go into split step, like on the edge of the court where they return the last one. And then you just wham and send it down the fucking cross court. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm the dickhead. I send you a moon ball, you send me a moon ball. That's the way it's supposed to go. It's not supposed to be like this. Handsome Pansome, thanks for the gifted subscriptions, by the way. Thank you. I will say every once in a while, though, like, because you just got to remind them who you are, right? So I'll be like rallying with Kate, and I'll be hitting some nice moon balls. And then every once in a while, I'll go volley mode, and I'll run up to the court and do the thing where you like hold the racket a little bit and then flick it to get the extra spin on it. and just like a drop shot that's like too far away for her to get to before it bounces twice. And then she's like, "What's that for?" And I'm like, "Just had to remind you who you're messing with here. Sorry." I didn't want you to think I sold them all. I know. Like I'm out. That just it takes strength to be gentle, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Marriage is so pimp. That's what it's all about, man. You're only tough till you go up a level. I'm not used. I'm trying to fucking rally with these noobs, man. So I'm hitting them like gentle, very hittable balls, and they're hitting laser beams back at me. So they're the ones who are trying to be hard. They're trying to kill the fucking ball like I'm their enemy. We're literally trying to get like 5 hits, and then we swap who's on the court. So here's the thing. If I moonball you and you give me a heater, that's fine. I'll moonball you again. If you return it with a heater, you're getting a heater in return next time I get a chance. Let's reset. How's your serve? Pure ass. Double fault merchant. On average, probably like 1 in 4 serves will land in the service box. Got a lot of work to do on my serve. One in 4 is so bad. I know because they don't let us practice it. Yeah, it's for later. Who's they? The coach, man. How's your toss? It was kind of embarrassing because, like, it might take me like 2 or 3 tosses to get one that feels hittable. But, like, yeah, I'll be out there tossing. Tennis is fun as hell, man. You're not wrong. I've also become maybe I'm giving off like Jim Carrey playing pickup basketball and the cable guy energy. But like I've been through these beginner classes like a few times, right? I'm like a 15-year-old 8th grader or something. Like this isn't my first time learning about negative numbers. Like first few times, the coach is like, "Hey, you know, play to like 3 points or something like that." You end up playing to like 100 points because nobody calls out. Nobody's like, "Hey, I lost that point because it bounced twice." Nobody's like, you know, blah, 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 blah. Now I'm the motherfucker shouting out every single time. Nobody's doing it, man. We could be here all day. Someone's got to do it, man. They're not calling out, but they're calling fault. No, we haven't served in this unit yet. I'm dreading the serving classes because like the first couple of classes, they don't even let you serve, man. First class is like just 80 minutes of tossing the ball and the grip. And then the second class is like they'll let you serve, but you're not allowed to like wind up. You just throw the ball up and then kind of like tap it with your wrist a little bit to get the kinematics of it. And then the third class, you get to start hitting some absolutely horrendous serves. Well, 46, huh? First day of gooning class when they just show you the grip for 80 minutes. I know, man. And then you're like, what? All I'm gripping, no boom? What's the point, man? That reminds me, like, on my first day of jacking off class, when I wasn't sure if you were supposed to jack off, like, before class. So I got there early and didn't jack off. And then, like, literally, I watched, like, 200 people walk into class with cum on their pants. And I was like, oh. They're like, you didn't check you didn't check blackboard.ca before the class? Yeah, you were supposed to bring your own cum. Oh, brother. Professor shows up. Everybody brought their cum today, right? Oh. Can I go to the bathroom? Shit pisses me off, man. What are you talking about? You guys ever take the Plants for People class at Queen's University Biology Department? That's how I found out that castor beans are extremely poisonous. I actually did. Twice, yeah. It was a pretty hard class. And also, he didn't put the lecture notes online as of 2009. So you still had to fucking go to the class and write all that shit down in your 5-star notebook, man. Also, there were like 2 times where I went all the way to class and there was just a note on the door where the professor was like, I'm not coming today. See you on Wednesday. I was like, damn, this dude's doing it fucking old school. That's an old school academic. He's just like, I don't feel like working today. Fuck off. Good try. Good try. He started putting them online in 2010. Brother, that's a year after I took the class. Oh. Fuck. Probably because his Rate My Professor was like 1.2 stars. Everybody was like, this guy doesn't put the notes online. It's 2009. It's time to start putting the notes online. Did he have a chili pepper? It's not for me to comment on that. Would any of your professors remember you? Okay, fucking Thanos ass dialogue. Probably not. I mean, these were like pretty big classes. Some of the classes, like, I did okay, but, you know, I'm sure when you get, like, you know, 200 students coming in annually, it takes a lot to remember specific ones. There's a few professors that I remember for sure. Good ones, too, by the way. I definitely remember... and he was a good professor, but this is the lasting memory. The professor who, when I wrote the exam in senior year, was like, hey, why are you here writing the exam? You didn't submit your final paper, so you're going to fail the class no matter what. And I went, actually, I did submit the final paper. And he said, I think I would remember that. Anyway, good luck on the fucking exam. So I wrote the exam, did fine, and then like... a week later, he told me to come to his office, and he was like, oh, hey, I found your final paper. Good job. And I was like, thanks for the fucking heart attack, dude. Otherwise, great professor, but that an almost unforgivable administrative mistake. That one was crazy. But I don't get that anxious for tests, so I just kind of locked in, I guess. He's built different. I'm just a good test taker. Like this is a really mean-spirited story. But I think it was like my intro to JavaScript class or something. Like, no, it was my first Java class. So I was a grown-up. I was like 27 or something. And then we had the exam, and it wasn't a hard class, right? But then like a girl in the class, like 15 minutes into the exam, like broke into tears, and then the teacher had to come over and talk to her, and she was like, I don't think I can do this. Like, I'm too nervous. And then the teacher was like, okay, maybe we can like schedule like a private makeup exam or something like that. And then she had to leave. I was like, damn, I was literally staring at a question that's like, if your program is gonna use a number, what data type should you use? Int or string? I'm not sure. Listen, I hope she's doing all right, but this was not like an intimidating sort of test. She obviously had something else going on, which is fine, but did you get it right? I don't know. Probably, if I had to guess, but it's been a while. I was like, number is a word, so I would use a string. She works for Doge now. Those who can't do fucking fire or whatever. Where's Wallace string? Yes, dude. Fucking Avon Barksdale, if he was a computer program. Sorry, I'm trying to I don't know enough about programming or The Wire to land the plane on this one, but it's avonbarks.dll. That might do it, man. That might do it. Who's Stringer Bell? Wallace is Michael B. Jordan, right? Stringer Bell is Idris Elba. That's what I was going to say. Who's the guy from The Wire who played Alan Strange on the Nickelodeon show, The World of Alex Strange, where he was like an alien or something? You guys don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, huh? Okay, 1 second. Alan Strange, Nickelodeon. The Journey of Alan Strange. Yeah. R.J. Smith played Alan Strange. Man, you guys really don't know shit about this, huh? It ran for 3 seasons from November 1997 to April 2000. R.J. Smith. Yeah, well, it turns out this guy was not on The Wire. Who the hell am I thinking of, man? Just 1 second. The Wire cast. Give me a who's the guy I'm looking for here? The Wire. I got a lot of people in this show. Maybe it's Corey Parker Robinson. Maybe it's Andre Royo. He played Bubbles. I know that guy. No, it's not Wendell Pierce. He plays the guy who goes shit. Wood Harris. No, I know this guy. I know that guy. He's been in lots of movies. Chris Bauer, maybe? Nope, definitely not Chris Bauer. What are we doing here? Just relax, buddy. Okay, you wouldn't understand. There's a method to my fucking madness or whatever. Clark Peters? He's like 70 years old. It's not. Whatever, man. Whatever. Kind of an encouraging performance today, though. We had a couple semi-close ones. My cousin was the quarterback at Queens while you went there. He has the same name as you, so I imagine you were friends, right? Yeah, I was really popular with the football team. They loved to pull down my pants and glue my butt cheeks together and then force feed me Metamucil until I exploded. I don't know. We did win. That didn't really happen, by the way. We did win, but if it did happen to you, my condolences. We won the Canadian football championship one year. But I don't remember the name of the quarterback, but I would remember it if someone said it. I feel like his first name started with a D. 2006 CIS football championship. It wasn't. Oh no, sorry. It's the Vanier Cup. That's it. Vanier Cup 2007. No, that's the University of Manitoba. Give me a second here. Vanier Cup. You guys fucking with the Vanier Cup? There it is, 2009. Danny Brannigan, all-time goated football name. No disrespect, University of Calgary. Fucking frauds. You lost 33-31 on November 28th, 2009. Get owned, buddy. Get owned. Oh, man. Danny Brannigan mogged you. He has his own Wikipedia article, man. That's crazy. I don't want to say it's sad because I think it's nice that they got that time in college to like play sports. But every Canadian college athlete's Wikipedia article is like, they set records that have never been touched in Canadian university history. They were released from their tryout with the CFL literally like 2 weeks after graduation. Like it's as soon as they entered like I don't want to call them real sports leagues, but as soon as they enter like professional sports leagues, they're just like, buddy, go work at Royal Bank. Like, you're not cut out for this lifestyle. We got NCAA, like, washouts coming in. What the hell is a Golden Gale? I'll be real with you, buddy. I went to the school for 4 years. I don't have a fucking clue. It's something Scottish, I think. What the hell is a Gigi? I don't know that, but I didn't go to the University of Ottawa, so I don't know. Are you the most famous person from your graduating class? No, no. Because I don't know if she graduated the same year as me, but we were definitely in school at the same time. Celine Song went to the same university and graduated probably 2010 or 2011. The writer and director of Past Lives. I don't know her. Well, her movie was nominated for like Best Original Screenplay, Best Picture, and she was nominated for Best Director. And it's a 5-star on Letterboxd. It's an amazing movie. Is that why you love it? No, man. I love it because it's an amazing movie. If anything, I kind of wanted to hate it because, like, you know, we're like the same age and went to the same school. So, like, for her to make something better than I've ever made pisses me off because I'm like a broken person. But, like, it fucking clears that. It's that good, man. Like, if someone makes, like, an incredible piece of art, but their life is, like, distant from yours, it's easy to reconcile it. Oh, they're older. Oh, they're, like, a lot younger. Like, they grew up in a different technology. Oh, like, they're from a different part of the world. But, like, we were kind of, like, I mean, the same story, obviously, but, you know, we were probably more similar situations than different. And I'm throwing the fucking cards in the clothesline. And yeah, trying to invent heavy soda. Oh, man. But that's okay. Ah! Oh, that would have cleared, man. That would have cleared. Heavy soda could work. I really needed that. I needed that right there. That's huge, Cope. I needed that. Not sure about heavy soda, but Beer Zero is a great idea. Dude, I can't believe nobody's picking up Beer Zero yet. An alcoholic beer with 0 calories would be like one of the most popular beverages on the planet. It doesn't, stop telling me it exists. Non-alcoholic beer exists. Alcoholic beer with 0 calories doesn't exist. Alcohol has calories? Well, that's why you need the fucking R&D department, man, okay? That's like, I'm not saying you can just, they don't have the shit ready to go. They're going to need to do some fucking research and development, okay? Like your ass, when they invented Coke Zero, you were probably like, sugar has calories. Yeah, well, they just invented something else that makes shit taste sweet, man. Surely they can invent like a sorbitol that gets you drunk. You could have a Heineken Zero and a benzo. Okay, Gen Z boss and a mini, fake tan hands and a hoop type cadence. Also, like, I'm not hating on non-alcoholic beer because I also understand there's a ritual aspect to the drinking of a beer. Maybe you want to go out with your friends, but you don't want to like relitigate you not drinking for like the 100th time when you order like a lemonade or something like that. That being said, for me personally, a beverage that accomplishes nothing made for nobody. You really want me to drink a 130 calorie non-alcoholic beverage that tastes like Heineken? Have you lost your fucking mind? I will take the kicking back 0 sugar soda, please, from Western Family. I know they do. I feel like being alcohol free is a lot like being vegetarian in like the mid 2000s right now. Like people who are self-conscious of their own consumption are going to give you like a hard time about it. But in like 5 years, it's going to wash out. People will be like, that's good. Most people, I think, are already like that. Actually, you're not wrong. Maybe a non-alcoholic beer might go crazy after a long bike ride. There's a new medical report that says vaping is even worse than for your body than cigarettes. That's probably funded by Big Cigarette. You believe that shit? You believe scientists? Damn, I got to stop vaping, up my cigarette consumption a little bit. That dude in the Insider didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, man. Who funded the study? I believe it was performed. Oh, they gave me another chance. Okay. I believe it was funded by Dr. Philip Morris. You ever think about how amazing it is that we've washed out such a high percentage of weak viewers, man? I guess it's like bad from a business standpoint, but like, I haven't seen a single comment as we were approaching like the final 20% of the stream today. I haven't seen a single comment that's like, wow, he's really been at this for 5 hours. Like it's, people just get it now. They're like, yeah, it's going to take a while. How long? Nobody knows. Nobody knows, man. Still early. We're so fucking early. How's your wrist? Not too bad. Not too bad, honestly. Maybe because I'm shaking my hands out all the time. What's your strength rating as a viewer? Strength rating. My strength rating. Like Dragon Ball Z style? Is that like some Monster Hunter stuff? It's RuneScape. Ah. Not like I know anything about any of the other games that I mentioned, to be fair, but... It's crazy, like, even after all this time, I've been in the streaming game for a little while. I found myself saying, maybe I should play Monster Hunter Wilds. And I thought about, like, rather than just think about, that seems like a good idea, I sat and I visualized what the stream would look like with me playing Monster Hunter Wilds. And here's what I saw in my head. Me being overwhelmed by the number of mechanics in the game. Me playing it on PS5. Everybody in chat asking why it looks so bad. Me saying I'm playing it on PS5. Them saying, why didn't you buy it on PC? Me saying my PC is old and I wanted to make sure it could capture at a reasonable frame rate. 4-hour-long argument about like having not upgraded my PC yet. Somebody coming into chat going, I know he hasn't gotten there yet, but when you fight Mecha Gorgonzola, make sure you cut off its gills last. It'll give you the highest chance of getting the carve you want. And I just, after like 45 seconds of that, I was like, the choice is clear. We will be playing Trickshot Simulator today. The visualization exercise is very helpful. I like Monster Hunter, by the way. If I was at a different position in my life, I could see myself getting really into Monster Hunter, but I don't think it's a good fit for me to stream. Play it with your kid. She ain't at that level yet. She's doing okay with Minecraft. I'm trying to get her to play Animal Crossing because I think she would really vibe with it. She likes Little Kitty Big City too, but sometimes it's hard to, like, she doesn't really know what a Metroidvania is, so I'm like trying to explain to her that like sometimes you gotta like leave a task, go further into the game, and then learn something that lets you then go back and complete the task that you saw early, but it's a bit of an uphill battle. But she seems to really like the idea in Animal Crossing that animals will come live on her island. And if the animals are ugly, she can tell them to leave. And I swear to you, this morning she asked, if I don't like the animal, can I push it into the river? And I said, no, or the water. And I said, no, you can't push him into the water. But you can tell him to get out of there and they'll give you a new animal. I don't feel good, man. I don't feel good evicting the animals from my island. They literally come to your island. They're like, I'm happy to be here. Wow, it's so awesome. You're a great mayor. And then like 3 days later, you're like, hey, can you please leave my island? Nobody here is fucking with you. We're trying to get the squirrel with the glasses. Any chance you could tell Marshall to show up? We're gonna give Marshall your house. Your ugliest sin, please go to hell. Tomo, are you okay? I wasn't talking to you, Tomo. Are you all right? He was walking behind the monitor and he jumped like straight. You know how cats, like they jump with all 4 feet at the same time? He jumped straight up. He did go eek mode. Oh, you pissed him off? Dude, he pisses me off every day. I love him. I would do anything for him within reason. Please read Chib's message. Okay. Slash user Chibly. You see what he's saying in here. It's going to sound really bad, but let her be a bully for a while at school. Some of the nicest people I know were horrible bullies and ruined some lives. The guilt changes them. I believe, I half believe you. I don't want my daughter to be a bully. But there is something to learn from like occasionally being like a little bit mean and then seeing that it hurts someone's feelings and then realizing that you don't want to feel like that in your life. The energy that scares the shit out of me is when there's like 40-year-old Redditors that still hate somebody that was mean to them in high school. Like, it was literally like 3 years of their life as teenagers before your brain is fully developed. And it's like you've held that grudge for 24 years. And they're always like, they'll say some like fucked up shit. Like, yeah, he tripped me in the hallway, but like 8 years later, he overdosed on opiates. So I guess we'll see who the real loser is now. And I'm like, buddy, he fucking died, man. That's a tragedy. That's a disaster, man. I don't care. Well, listen, there's levels to this shit, right? Like if they were like beating your ass, you don't have to forgive them. But if they were just like kind of a dickhead, I think you got to get over it. You don't have to be like Facebook friends or whatever, but they poured blood on me when I went to prom. You will never be Carrie, okay? Nice try. Yeah, let me guess. And there was also like a fucking alien clown that was preying on all your fears and shit like that. Made your bathtub fill up with blood. We've all been there. They're all gonna laugh at you. That's a movie. I mean, an album. Ghibli, I think you're kind of real for that, man. Kind of real for that. Also, like, I have to start, well, kind of. I have to start reconciling with this because I'm actually, like, I'm not LARPing having a kid. Like, I have a kid in school now. If the bully punches you, you got to hit him back, right? Are we all on the same page with this one? Like, violence is never the answer, but if somebody, like, sucker punches you, you got to square up. Yeah, yes, of course. Okay, yeah. Because I grew up in an era where, like, I wasn't really bullied, but my mom was like, there's never an excuse for violence ever. Like, if somebody hits you, go tell a teacher. But I think, like, even as a kid, I was like, I'll do it, but that doesn't really make sense to me. I think you got, the older I get, the more I'm like, I think you may have to throw hands once. Don't be the first person to do it, but like, I'm a biter? Well, if you're not the instigator, I think that you can't really fight dirty. If you were minding your own business and somebody started some stuff with you, yeah, I think you can, I mean, you can use like some Krav Maga stuff. You can go for the nuts, the eyeballs, that soft spot on like the side of your head and stuff like that. All bets are off because you didn't do anything. Windpipe, well... I didn't say that, just in case this clip ends up used against me. I know that also, like, people simultaneously have like too little sympathy for kids who just happen to be mean, but also too much sympathy for bullies who come from broken homes. Like, yeah, your family situation's messed up. I'm a 36-year-old man. I could be like, I have sympathy for this kid who's like acting out. But if they're 10 and you're 10 years old, you're like, damn, buddy, that's not my fucking problem. Lay off me. There's always like you get bullied, and then somebody's got to be like, yeah, but his dad's an alcoholic. You're like, that's not my fault, bitch. It's easy to say that when you're not the one getting stuffed in the locker, I'm sure, but I'm the one getting stuffed in the lock. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. I got it in the closet. Okay, lock in. Fair enough. Fair enough. And they swirly your hair away. True story, man. True story. Then, like, the kids who were mean to you. Well, anybody else a millennial? The kids who were mean to you, when Facebook starts popping off, start adding you as a friend on Facebook. No, fucking Matt P. I'm not going to add you as a friend on Facebook, dude. Enjoy life in Inverary. I'm out that bitch. I'm 20 minutes away by car. We're not getting into a poke war, bro. I fucking hate you. Fuck you, Donnie R. You know what? You know how it goes, man. My dad was juror 10. That's fucked. You shouldn't be saying that shit. Your dad said some out-of-pocket stuff in that documentary. It's crazy watching... Maybe I'm not the guy for this kind of nuanced conversation. It's crazy watching 12 Angry Men and, like, half of the jury is, like, violently racist towards, like, Italian people. That's crazy, man. They have no idea that, like, just 50 short years after that movie, Jersey Shore is going to be the biggest show on the planet. They must be pissed the fuck off in hell. They must be screaming their fucking shit off in hell right now. No! And the Irish? It's crazy, man, because, like, I don't know if maybe I'm the wrong one, but when I think of an American, like, if you said picture an American in your head, I'm picturing a guy who's, like, half Irish and half Italian. And I'm not just doing it to piss them off. I'm just like, it's Boston and New York, man. It's Boston and New York. What do you want me to say? Anyway. One day I'll have, like, a cultural identity, man. Ghibli, do you have a cultural identity? I've been shopping around trying to pick one. A lot of them, it's like a, you know, they're not fucking with me. Yeah, no, I don't think I really fit in with Korean culture, but, like, I think it's because I never made an effort, but also, like, I feel patronized all the time. Because I don't know, this is more of like a, if you've ever taught ESL in Korea type bit, this might strike you as very real. You'll, like, be in Korea and you'll buy something at a store, and then you'll say 감사합니다, and some people will freak the fuck out. They'll be like, oh my God, you're, like, the smartest person I've ever seen in my entire life. You know how to say thank you in Korean? Welcome to our country. We're happy to have you. And I'm always like, fuck you, man. This shit is patronizing as fuck. Just because I learned how to say thank you, you come over to me and you're, like, treating me like a zoo animal. The thing is, though, if they were like, okay, say anything else then, I would be like, gotta go, bye. Like, because I don't fucking know anything else. They're literally praising me for, like, the height of my mastery of the language because I'm lazy. And I'm taking offense to it. Man, fuck your patronizing ass comment just because I know how to say thank you. But do you know how to say anything else? Not really. But you shouldn't be complimenting me for that shit. You're the asshole? Yeah, no, I know. Or when you use chopsticks well, and they're like, wow, you're awesome at using chopsticks. And you're like, I'm capable of much more than that. And they're like, all right, motherfucker. Grandma's putting the fucking plastic gloves on. Let's make some kimchi. Oh, you thought you were gangster, huh? Because you didn't want to take the compliment for being good at using chopsticks? All right, bitch, let's start massaging this Napa cabbage. Stuff it in the fucking urn and bury it in the yard, motherfucker. I'm just saying, like, be careful what you wish for. They got 2 fridges, bro. They're not using the yard. That's true. They do have 2 fridges. I know that fucking kimchi fridge reeks, man. Because we have kimchi in our normal fridge. And when that shit starts to get sour, it's till the room stinks, man. That's one of those things. I think if you have it like in a cellar or something like that, it might be dangerous when you open it up, right? Aren't there stories of like people opening up the root cellar to get some potatoes out, and then there's just like no oxygen left in the cellar, so when they walk in, they just die? What? It happens, man, because you leave the cellar closed like all winter, and the potatoes like are releasing like a infinitesimal amount of like toxic gas or something like that. Then you open it up and it's full of toxic gas. That doesn't apply to kimchi? How would you know? Fucking molecular gastronomy, Heston Blumenthal of Korean cuisine, ass, fucking J. Kenji, Lopez, alt motherfucking. What are you talking about? There's some, it's releasing smells, and smells means there's chemicals, and chemicals means it's not air, or it would just smell like air. So I think that there's a risk. You're telling me if I shoved the room full of fermenting kimchi and then left it for like 2 years in an airtight fucking room and then opened the door, there wouldn't be a risk? Come on, man. Come on. Ratty Boy 3, hand washer. LOL, you thought I forgot? What should I name my child if I want him to be a bully? Snecko I is like Nathaniel. 50% chance bully, 50% chance bullied. Brad, yes, man. Brad is a great bully name. What the fuck? Was that username Nathaniel? Sorry. So I'm guessing bullied. I'm guessing bullied on that one. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up bad memories. Why is David such a popular name? Like most popular boy names in North America are biblical in reference, right? Oh, wait. I get it now because of the Bible. Yeah, that's fair. I told you I don't know shit about the Bible. They should put David in Mugen. They should put Bob Dylan in Mugen. Is that how you say it? Maybe it's Mugen? Mugen sounds like a district in Gothenburg. What's his alts? It depends what costume you're wearing. Bob Dylan, like pre-1968, is definitely that loud-ass fucking harmonica. There's no doubt about that. Bob Dylan, like 1968 onwards, is that loud-ass harmonica, but he's dressed like a cowboy. Oh, dude. Yeah, wait, which form are you running? Acoustic bob or electric bob? Or wiggle wiggle bob? He would be a great assist for sure. I mean, that harmonica could fucking interrupt any combo. You're getting your ass beat by, like, Cyclops or whatever, and he just comes out. He does too a little bit. Say that again. Octua biopic would go hard, man. Say that again. Hang on. Say that one more time. I'm going to go pee. I'll be right back. I was not eating oats. For your information, I've stopped eating overnight oats. I now eat yogurt with granola in it, which is like overnight oats, but instead of taking 2 minutes to make, it takes 3 seconds. So it's basically, well, it's very similar. Let's put it that way. That fucks up your stomach? No shot. Not mine. You got an iron stomach? Not even close. Probably have diarrhea once every 2 weeks for no reason that I can discern. I'm sure my body knows what's going on, but it doesn't feel the need to, like, let me know. But it's like self-resolving. Same. We could talk about it, you know. It happens. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes your body's just like, I'm not fucking with the batch you sent me. Here's some diarrhea for you. Here go 2 more for y'all. Can I tell you something? I'm not doing this to be gross. I swear it to you. But there's like periods of time where, like, I'll be on a double poop system, okay? Like poop 2 times a day. which I think is fine. They're not painful or uncomfortable poops. It's just like sometimes the urge strikes. Plus, I'm eating a lot these days. Why is the morning poop always worse than the afternoon poop? I'm not asking to be gross. I'm asking if there's like a biological reason. There's never been a world on a 2-poop day where the morning poop was like goated and the afternoon poop was horrible. If there's going to be a difference between them, if the poops are going to be different, the morning one is always going to be worse than the afternoon one. Like for me, a morning poop is like an 8% chance of diarrhea, even when I'm not sick. But an afternoon poop is a 100% chance on the Briggs stool chart to be like the ideal shit. And I don't know why. It's just an interesting thing. It's been on my mind. -2? You can't -2 like my lived experience. I just did. I'm asking maybe there's like some gastroenterologist or something out there. Like I was saying, I should say there's not many situations where I have to poop in the afternoon. It's more like the poop in the afternoon is like, I've got 15 minutes and I think I could poop. Let's knock this bad boy out. So maybe it's like the one in the morning is a necessary poop. You're cleaning the pipes. So maybe that's where you get out like some of the riffraff. And the afternoon poop, your body is like, oh, this is nice. I didn't know this was coming. I'm going to make it the best first impression I can or something. Yeah, it's like the prerequisite versus elective poops. I don't know, man. If you eat wings at night, it's a guaranteed poo volcano at 3 a.m. Well, let's get off the poo subject, especially poo volcano. It's not like my favorite two words pushed together. It's got a certain, it's evocative, that's for sure. Before you -2 me, I'm going to start with the thesis, and then I'm going to, in this 5-paragraph essay, explain my seeming clickbait message, okay? Chicken wings, one of the most overrated foods of all time. Now, what are my points? My strongest point is that, first I'm going to steel man it. It's not like they taste bad. They're just sauce merchants, and that kind of sauce on any other form of chicken would be superior. That's my organizing principle. Like buffalo chicken wings, I like them. But if the option was there to get buffalo chicken tenders instead, I would rather have the buffalo chicken tenders. Okay, don't hit me with 8 question marks. I think it's a simple premise to understand. You're not cooking with this one? You haven't, that's ad hominem. You haven't refuted my base premise. It's different meat, though. Are wings light meat or dark meat or something like in the middle? I guess I could understand what you're saying. They're dark meat. They have that dark meat sort of gaminess to them. Like they taste more like a chicken thigh than a chicken breast. Could be gray. I'd settle for gray. You a thigh or a breast, man? Well, okay, it's complicated. Because chicken, I mean, I have a lot of opinions on it, but it's because I probably eat it like 4 times a week. So like it's very nuanced. Let's make sure I don't want to stutter. I don't want to leave any crumbs. 4, if it's tough. I prefer the flavor of dark meat in chicken. Oh, thank you. So I would prefer to eat a chicken thigh, but eating a chicken thigh with the bone in is annoying. So if it's bone in, I would prefer the breast. But for fried chicken, which is best bone in, and Kate and I have done an A/B test. We went through a period, we ordered a lot of Korean fried chicken. We would always get boneless because we were like, why would we want the bones? And then one time we accidentally ordered bone in, and I was like, whoa, this is like at least 10% better. It turns out the bones add a lot to the fried chicken experience. I had no idea. But if we're talking about fried chicken, I'm a drumstick maxer. I'll eat any part of the chicken fried within reason, but the drumstick is the prized piece of fried chicken, in my opinion. That's all I got. Like if I was making like if I was meal prepping like a chicken teriyaki, I'd be getting boneless, skinless thighs. If I was like frying some meat for a once-off dinner, I would be getting boneless, skin-on thighs. What the fuck was that? Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. You were talking about chicken? You left no crumbs. Opinions on Korean barbecue? I got lots of them. My most controversial opinion, I love Korean barbecue, by the way, and we eat it at home probably like 1 to 2 times per week. My most controversial opinion about Korean barbecue is it's crazy to me that people will have like preferences to the extreme about like what Korean barbecue they want to go to. Because I'm like, I've been to a number of Korean barbecue restaurants, and I'm like, every single one of them is about 1% different from the other ones. If you're making me choose, and I guess it's Japanese, not Korean. If you're making me choose and I could teleport there, I'm going to Gyukaku. Because I think they got some fun appetizers, they got some fun sides, and the meat is the same as it is at all the other ones. It's meat. And a lot of +2s on the Gyukaku. The only thing that's annoying is when you go to Gyukaku with like 5 people and you order one of those like dinner for 5 combos, and then you got 900 dishes on your fucking table. And you're like, the dumplings are on the other side, so you got to figure out, am I gonna like reach for the dumplings, or am I gonna ask for the dumplings, or am I just gonna eat the shit that's in front of me? They ruined my shirt. Yeah, you can get a lot of sauces or like smoke on your clothes there for sure, but I love Korean barbecue. Best cut? I'm an LA Galbi guy. Anybody here live in Los Angeles, in Koreatown? They not like us, man. They not like us. I like LA Galbi. I mean, I like it all. I love LA Galbi the most, probably. Pork jowl, pretty fucking good. Pork rib, sure, man. I'm not against it. Beef tongue, yeah. Bulgogi, I like it. I don't glaze it as much as the average individual, I think. How did that not make it, man? Makjang? Nah, first off, you're a real one. Secondly, nah, I'm not fucking with Makjang. It smells like gasoline, tastes like melted plastic from the fruit roll-up. I respect it. I respect it. You're a real one if you're ordering the Makjang. I don't like it. I don't like the Makjang. I don't like any of the balls. I don't like the choke ball. I don't like the dock ball. I don't fuck with any of the shit at Hmart that says like steamed pork hock. I'll leave that to the ajushi. Team what? Don't make me say it again. I'm just seeing where this is going. Ghibli, you still here? Let's talk, man. I might be here for a bit. Joshi, 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 Joshi. Uh-huh. Wrinkly face. Glued to his phone. Sorry. You know what I'm talking about? You seeing that shit? Can I ask, are there any Ajushis in the chat? Can I ask you a question? Why are you always walking like Morpheus in the Hmart? You know? I don't see anybody else walking like Morpheus in the produce department of Hmart. But like 1 in 3 Korean men over the age of 55 is doing the fucking arms crossed behind the back, grab their own elbows, and then like they're the fucking inspector of produce at the grocery store. Always just walking around like picking up radishes and shit and then putting them back down. What are they doing, man? Don't you do the same thing? Oh, when I'm trying to fit in. I do Morpheus walk on occasion, yeah. Mostly because it's funny, but sometimes like your arms just want to do that, man. With the toe walking and everything? Oh, that's automatic, man. That shit, I don't know how to turn that off. He's bald too. Less bald than I was yesterday. Kind of. Kate, you know what I'm talking about, right? That when I talk about the Ajushi produce inspector walk in the Hmart? A bunch of white guys from Ohio are telling me I'm racist for this. Buddy, go to Hmart. You will see it within 30 seconds. You'll be like, wait, this guy was fucking right about this. I just live my life. That's a good answer. Don't get yourself in trouble. The hell is Hmart? It's a Korean grocery store chain, man. But it's like a big grocery store. It's not like it's not one of the tiny grocery stores where like 2 people can't go down the aisle in opposite directions. No disrespect to Kim's Mart in East Van. You're doing your thing, and I appreciate that. It's just sometimes it can be annoying when I want to get to the furikake, but somebody else is trying to buy some onigiri. I gotta like wait for them to clear the line. TNT or Hmart? Well, okay. I mean, this is an easy answer, right? I gotta go with Hmart on that one. TNT's got some good stuff as well. I'm not gonna get sanctimonious about the fact that they're owned by Walmart, or sorry, Loblaws, Canadian Walmart, but I don't know. I just prefer Hmart. Some of the Hmart I can deal with because I lived in Korea. Some of the stuff in TNT is still like intimidating for me. Like you go down an aisle in Hmart that's like not where you expect it to be. You're like, oh shit, snacks I've never seen before. You go down the aisle in TNT that you've never seen before. You're like, what the hell is pork floss, man? I don't even know. I'm not sure I'm allowed to be here. It's good, but what is it, man? It's like cotton candy, but meat. It's meat, cotton meat. Not even close. Turkey ass. It's shredded pork you put on rice. Oh, okay. So it's like pork bonito or something. Well, I guess that's more like flaked, but maybe I should get some, man. Oh, let me guess. You thought a white boy couldn't enjoy pork floss, huh? Well, I got some news for you. Oh, shit. Damn. You ain't ever seen a white boy eat pork floss like this before. You're not white or a boy? I am white, okay? I can't deny. Look at me, man. I might be 10% Chinese. The 23andMe hasn't come in yet because I think the board is like trying to do like a hostile takeover of the company or whatever. You think what would happen if 23andMe is the one where you spit into the vial, right? And you send it to them? What would happen? I'm sure it's happened. Has anyone ever tried just like putting like dog saliva in it and then seeing what kind of results come back? I think that'd be fucking sick to open up your 23andMe live on stream and be like, what the hell? I'm like 75% Cocker Spaniel. Oh, man. You gotta, if you can't make yourself laugh, what are you even talking for, man? Oh, man. Whatever. What the hell is Pirate ESPN, man? We've been dancing around this bit for like 4.5 hours. It's so good. What is it, man? It's where they show the swashbuckling competition. Okay, blather around, man. I don't know, where do I find it? Don't say it's on Clit, okay? I don't know what that is. And I'm certain that I don't get it. Let me see here. Get your clips ready. I don't even know what this is. Is this from Apollo's stream? It is. Okay, let me take a peek at this clip.
Get your clips ready.
My dreams are too big for you to steal.
Well, yep. Okay, at 20,000 shield. Yeah. Okay. 31,000. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep. 54,000. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
He did do a lot of... He put on 60,000 shield in about, I would say, 8 seconds. I honestly thought he was going to be talking about the 23andMe bit if you send in, like, dog saliva. I'm not sure what that says about me. I'm playing the Bazaar too. I was about to play the Bazaar. I was about to change my stream category to the Bazaar because I love this patch so much because Vanessa's OP. And I'm kind of goated with the starts these days, even though it falls off in the end game every single time. Then someone in chat said, this is why you should always be toxic. Someone in chat said, please no Bazaar today. And I said, you got it, bud. And here we are 5 hours later with Trickshot Simulator. So if you hate the Bazaar, this person saved you. But we will probably play some Bazaar tomorrow. When are we gonna do Backshot Simulator? I don't mean to be glib. Isn't that shit like easy? Like, don't you just sort of... You gonna make me say it? I don't want to say take it. Like, I'm sure it's more nuanced than that, but like, I don't think there's that much more to it, I guess. Yeah, just put the dick in the ass, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. That's how I know you're bronze. Damn, that's true. That is fucking true. But yeah, just try to put some spin on it. Woo! Y'all don't know how long I've been waiting for this. I'm about to make a name for myself. That's what he does, right? Something like that. Yep. Oh! Pelotoners, what are we watching on tomorrow's ride? I did Trainspotting on Tuesday. I got Zone 2 tomorrow. What are we watching? Could watch Pearl. Probably not going to watch Space Jam. Should watch Poor Things and Kinds of Kindness. I'm behind them, my Yorgos. Trainspotting on the Peloton, kind of crazy. Yeah, although I really liked the movie, I would not recommend, sorry to play the hits, but as I stated yesterday, not the best movie to start your day off with from 6:10 in the morning onwards is Trainspotting. Puts kind of a damper on your mood that early on. Maybe start with something. I'm not saying the movie has to be like joyful, but maybe like not as much of a downer as the second half of Trainspotting. It's my favorite movie. It's not my favorite movie, but while watching Trainspotting, I could totally understand this being someone's favorite movie. The opening is so stylish, man. Like, Danny Boyle came out swinging. I guess it's not his first movie. He made, like, Warm Bodies first or whatever, but still. Not Warm Bodies, sorry. Shallow Grave. My mistake. It's another two-word death-related word. Have you seen Yesterday? I have, and I hated it. I really, really don't like Yesterday. But I'm pretty excited for 28 Days Later 2, The Bone Temple. Maybe it's 28 Days Later 3, now that I think about it. 28 years later. 28 years later. What is that? A story about me finally getting this trick shot done? You know what's an interesting element of human psychology? 1995 was 30 years ago, but it doesn't feel like 30 years ago. 2055 is 30 years from now, but it doesn't feel like 30 years from now. Like 1995 feels like 21 years ago, and 2055 feels like 100 years in the future. Like, if I saw a movie and it started with the text, the year is 2055 on the stream, I'd be like, damn, this shit's taking place in like an alien world. Like, I'm not even going to be fucking alive then. But there's like a pretty decent chance Like, I would bet the over on that. I'd only be like 67 years old or something like that. Lots of busted dudes end up living past 67. I'm hoping to be one. You know what's another interesting thing to think of? And I don't mean to make anybody, I don't want to ruin anybody's life. But like, do you ever, so average lifespan for a man in Canada is probably like 77. I'm 36. So I'm like basically approaching the halfway point. But do you ever think about like the fact that you have to kind of like adjust that based on the fact that like when you're a kid, a month feels like as long as a year feels when you're an adult? Like, is it possible by 36, given how fast time seems like it's moving, that by 36 you've actually like lived 80% of your life? Even if you have another half in terms of the years to go? Yeah, it's like, it's the opposite of RuneScape, man. Or Pokemon Go. Isn't it like in RuneScape, going from level 98 to 99 requires like more experience than going from level 1 to level 98? This is like going from year 1, like I'm 1 year old, to year 2 must have been like fucking crazy. Like that shit must have taken, it took a lifetime essentially. But now, like, I'll be like, because I was going through like documents looking for accounting shit. I was like, damn, this shit's from like 2021. I don't know if I have any memories from that whole fucking year, dude. The shit just goes, it just flies by, man. And like I was there the whole time. It's kind of crazy. The tweet that people who were 45 in the year 2000 are now 70 made me feel really old. Well, that'll also, like, it'll fuck with you as you get older, too. I mean, you might be my age, but for anybody who's not. Because, like, when you're, the first, like, 20 years of your life, when you see an old person, they have been, like, old for the whole time that you've been alive. But, like, if you live long enough, you'll watch, like, people who were 40 turn old, like, slowly in front of your face. And then you're like, damn, those motherfuckers who were 70 when I was 5, they weren't always 70, man. Like, there was a time where they were like 40. And then before that, I think it's possible that they might have even been like 23. And I'm still reconciling this, so don't quote me on this, but I think that there's a chance they might have been like kids and babies. Like, it follows logically from that premise, I guess. That's crazy. It's crazy. What I want you to do today, if you're outside, single out the oldest motherfucker you see, and then remember that he was a baby once, and imagine what that shit was like when he was a fucking baby in like 1936 or something like that. Playing with a fucking like cup and a ball or some shit, wearing a burlap diaper, sitting on a floor made of dirt and dust, drinking a rock. Yeah. Pet dinosaur type shit. That's crazy, man. But you know what's even crazier is that like the fucking time in his life where he went from like 46 to old as dirt probably felt like roughly as long as it felt for your ass to go from like 10 to 16. That's fucking crazy, man. That'll fuck with you, dude, when you think about it like that. I'm logging off. We're all beholden to it, man. Why the long face? On your bike then, lads. Yeah, go to work. I'm going to throw 5 more times. Okay. We try again.